The Miss Universe organization hosts the annual Miss Universe Beauty Contest. With an estimated 500 million viewers across more than 190 countries, it is one of the most viewed pageants in the world. And now the organization has sparked a lot of buzz with its new management. A Thai businesswoman and transgender advocate bought the Miss Universe organization for $20 million, making her the first woman to own the global beauty pageant in its 71-year history. But before we talk about her and the Miss Universe's new management, let's take a deep dive on the other previous owners as well. Hi, welcome to YouWannaWatch, and in this video, we're going to talk about the list of owners of the Miss Universe pageant. Number 1. Pacific Knitting Mills. The Miss Universe pageant was founded in 1952 by Pacific Knitting Mills as a marketing stunt to promote one of its swimwear collections, and as the manufacturer of Catalina swimwear after Miss America refused to wear its swimwear during the event. The company decided to launch its own pageant, dubbed as Miss Universe. Pacific Knitting Mills was a generous sponsor of the Miss America pageant until the winner, 𝗂𝗓𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗍, refused to wear Catalina swimwear. Pacific Knitting Mills founded the Miss USA and Miss Universe pageants in 1952 and has continued to support the Miss Universe event ever since. Miss Universe history began in 1952 when the first pageant was held in Long Beach, California. Miss Finland, 𝘁𝗵𝗲 won the first ever pageant and later gave up her title before completing her first year as Miss Universe in order to marry before her reign was completed. It was then, in 1958, that the Miss Universe title, like Miss America, was named after the pageant itself. The Miss Universe organization has organized and produced the Miss Universe pageant since Pacific Mills founded it. Pacific Mills and its other subsidiaries were purchased by another company, 𝘁𝗵𝗲 Corporation, and then by Gulf and Western Industries. The pageant was first televised in 1955. CBS began broadcasting the combined Miss USA and Miss Universe pageants in 1960 and as separate contests in 1965. Number 2. Donald Trump. After 44 years, Donald Trump then purchased the Miss Universe pageant from ITT Corp in 1996, along with its broadcasting rights and a contract with CBS until 2002. In 1998, Miss Universe Incorporated changed its name to the Miss Universe organization and relocated its headquarters from Los Angeles to New York City. In 1996, Donald Trump told Stern in 2005 that when he bought the Miss Universe pageant family, the pageant was a sick puppy. The relative hotness of contestants had deteriorated in the preceding years, he explained, because the judges had begun to place a greater emphasis on brains over beauty. They had a person that was extremely proud that a number of the women had become doctors, Donald Trump said. And I wasn't interested. Miss Venezuela, 𝗁𝗶𝗄𝗏, was the first Miss Universe to be crowned under Donald Trump's watch. During the first presidential debate, Hillary Clinton famously brought up Donald Trump's treatment of 𝗁𝗶𝗄𝗏. Alicia recalls him calling her Miss Piggy for gaining weight and Miss Housekeeping for being Latina. Despite Alicia's protests, Donald Trump invited reporters to watch her exercise. She told the New York Times, "I was about to cry in that moment with all the cameras there. I said, I don't want to do this, Mr. Trump." He said, "I don't care." In 1997, the Miss Universe 1997, Brooke Antoinette Mahelani Lee, recalls Donald Trump asking her about the looks of his daughter Ivanka, who was co-hosting the pageant. The same year, former contestants say Donald Trump unexpectedly entered the Miss Teen USA dressing room. "Don't you think my daughter's hot? She's hot, right?" Mahelani Lee recalls Donald Trump saying. Miss Yuda Temple Taggart recalls Trump kissing her against her wishes that same year. "He kissed me directly on the lips. I thought, oh my God, gross." He was married to Marla Maples at the time. "I think there were a few other girls that he kissed on the mouth. I was like, wow, that's inappropriate," Temple told the New York Times. She claims he repeated the behavior a few months later at Trump Tower, where he had invited her to discuss her career. Trump advised Temple to lie about her age in order to succeed in the entertainment industry. "We're going to have to tell them you're 17, she remembers Donald Trump saying. In 2005, the same year Donald Trump bragged to Howard Stern about barging into the dressing room while the women were changing, he declined to say whether he'd ever slept with a contestant. It could be a conflict of interest. But, you know, it's the kind of thing you worry about later. You tend to think about the conflict a little bit later on, he joked. A few beats later, he rethought his stance, joking that, as the pageant's owner, it might be his obligation to sleep with the contestants. 𝘁𝗵𝗲, Miss California, recalled Donald Trump pitting the women against each other in her memoir in 2009, asking them to rate each other's looks on the spot. On Carrie's memoir, Donald Trump walked out with his entourage and inspected us closer than any general ever inspected a platoon. He would stop in front of a girl, look her up and down, and say, "Him." Then he would go on and do the same thing to the next girl. He took notes on a little pad as he went along. After he did this, Trump said, "Okay, I want all the girls to come forward." Donald Trump looked at Miss Alabama. "Come here," he said. She took one more step forward. "Tell me, who's the most beautiful woman here?" Miss Alabama's eyes swam around. "Besides me," she said. I like Arkansas. She's sweet." "I don't care if she's sweet," Donald Trump said. "Is she hot?" It became clear that the point of the whole exercise was for him to divide the room between girls he personally found attractive and those he did not. Many of the girls found the exercise humiliating. Some of the girls were sobbing backstage after he left, devastated to have failed even before the competition really began to impress the Donalds. Her recollection was bolstered by an audio recording obtained by TMZ from the same year, in which Trump can be heard asking the contestants for assistance in selecting some of the best-looking women before the competition began. "We get to choose a certain number of contestants who will be guaranteed to make it through the first round. You know why we do that? Because years ago when I first bought it, we chose 10 people, I chose none, and I get here and the most beautiful people were not chosen. And I went nuts. So we call it the Trump rule." Later in the same tape, Donald Trump can be heard bragging to the assembled beauty queens about his son, Eric, who also served as a judge for the competition. "I have a son, he's very handsome, he's 6'6", and he was #1 in his class in school." Donald Trump boasted to David Letterman in 2010 that when he purchased Miss USA, he made the heels higher and the bathing suits smaller. Miss Washington 2013 Cassandra Searles recalls that when she was a contestant, the businessman demanded that the women redo their introductions if they did not look Donald Trump in the eyes. Cassandra called Donald Trump a misogynist who treated us like cattle and lined up so he could get a closer look at his property in a Facebook post in 2016. Other contestants from the same year, such as Mississippi's 𝘁𝗵𝗲 𝗠𝗶𝘀𝗀, backed up Cassandra's recollection. "I literally have nightmares about that process," 𝘁𝗵𝗲 said. "He probably doesn't want me telling the story about that time he constantly grabbed my ass and invited me to his hotel room," Cassandra added in a comment on her initial post's thread. The 2015 Miss USA pageant was scheduled for the first week of July, just 3 weeks after Donald Trump referred to Mexicans as rapists and criminals at his campaign kickoff event. The pageant's hosts, judges, sponsors, and broadcasters all left one by one. In September 2015, Donald Trump was forced to sell the pageants to WME. However, the Trump campaign issued a statement to Rolling Stone categorically denying the allegations and questioning the political motivation behind the reporting, adding, "Mr. Trump has a fantastic track record of empowering women throughout his career, and a more accurate story would show how he's been a positive influence in so many people's lives." Due to controversies and statements made about illegal immigrants who crossed the border from Mexico, the broadcasting network canceled its business relationship with Donald Trump and the Miss Universe organization in June of 2015. We are nearing the end of our video, but before we proceed, we would like to ask you to please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/c/YouWannaWatch 2022 and follow us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/YouWannaWatch. Any support you provide us will help us provide you with more and better content. Okay, now back to the story. Number 3. WME-IMG or IMG Worldwide. Endeavor Group Holdings Incorporated, formerly known as William Morris Endeavor Entertainment, WME or WME-IMG, is an American holding company for talent and media agencies with its primary offices in Beverly Hills, California, United States. The company was founded in April 2009 after the merger of the William Morris Agency and the original Endeavor Talent Agency. Endeavor represents artists in film, television, music, theater, digital media, and publishing. It also represents the NFL and NHL. Endeavor owns the Ultimate Fighting Championship. As part of the legal settlement, Donald Trump purchased NBC's 50% stake in the company in September 2015, making him the sole owner. He sold the entire company to WME-IMG 3 days later. Following the ownership change, Fox and Azteca became the official broadcasters of the Miss Universe and Miss USA pageants in October 2015. With the sudden change in ownership of Miss Universe, Fox, an American broadcasting company, and Azteca, an American Spanish television network, became the official broadcasters of the pageants, Miss Universe and Miss USA. Paula Shugart, the current president of the Miss Universe organization and has held this position since 1997. Between 2015 and 2019, Fox broadcasted Miss Universe Live, with Steve Harvey hosting each year. Rosalind Sanchez was the backstage correspondent in 2015, Ashley Graham from 2016 to 2018, and Olivia Culpo in 2019. The Miss USA and Miss Teen USA brands were separated from the Miss Universe organization in 2020 to form their own organization, led by Crystal Stewart, while the broadcast rights to the Miss Universe pageant were temporarily split between Telemundo and FYI. After Harvey temporarily withdrew from the competition due to COVID-19 pandemic restrictions at the time, Mario Lopez and Olivia Culpo teamed up to co-host the 2020 pageant. For the 2021 edition, the contract with Fox and Harvey was renewed, with Chesley Chris serving as the main correspondent. And finally, at number 4, JKN Global Group. Thai media and content company JKN Global Group has purchased the Miss Universe organization from IMG, making CEO 𝗠𝗶𝘀𝗀 𝗠𝗶𝘀𝗀 the first woman owner in the global beauty competition's 70-year history. JKN, which owns a portfolio of broadcast and media titles, stated that the agreement will build on the pageant's legacy while also demonstrating its commitment to inclusivity. The Miss Universe brand will also be expanded, with the launch of MU Lifestyle, a new licensing and merchandising arm. Miss Universe made history in August when it announced one of the most significant changes to its selection process. The annual competition will accept married women and mothers beginning next year. Previously, only single women between the ages of 18 and 28 who had never been married or had children were eligible to apply. Because preliminary pageants have already taken place, the new rules will not be in effect for the 71st Miss Universe, which has been postponed to January 2023. Miss Universe is one of the world's longest-running and most watched beauty pageants, broadcast in 165 countries and watched by over 500 million people each year. What do you think about our list? Who do you think made the best impression? Did we miss anyone or anything that you think should have been included? Let us know your thoughts by writing a comment on this video. If you're interested in our other videos, just hover over the videos and just press play. Until next time, watchers, thank you for watching our video.